It's Tanya TKO here, and I am a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral stories as teachable moments for what self-loving or self-abuse looks like in a relationship. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist and a certified life coach, and I have a specialty in relationship coaching. I wanted to show you all this thing because when I saw it, I was just like why? I didn't think it was funny. I don't really know how the people go on from here, from where it is that they were in the video. So I'm going to give you all a few moments to come on in and welcome. I just need your point of view on this because this to me was so foul and so disrespectful that I just don't know what a woman like this in this situation would do. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you all a moment to come on in. So welcome in. I'm going to put the scroll on the bottom of the screen so you can see the Cash App link is in the description. You can support the show by going to Cash App and doing $ Tanya TKO. My page is a verified account, so just make sure that you're contributing in the right area. If you have any concerns, the direct link is below. So listen, I'm giving you all a few moments to come on in because the video is a very short video. And then once we play it and then people come in afterwards, they're going to be like, oh, what happened? What happened? So there are 700 of us in here and climbing. So let's continue going forward. And afterwards, I will read your Cash Apps live on the air. Well, the text that you send with the Cash App, I'll read that live on the air. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. This right here, just brace yourself because it's so, to me, I have a sense of humor, but my sense of humor is not like this, right? I want to see whether or not you all think that this is funny. I want to see what your thoughts about this were. Cash App came in before the video even got started. Let's see. Chrissy sends $10 and says, great job, Tanya, you're preaching. She must be watching a different video because we're just getting started in this one. All right. So we're up to about 800. So come on in and let us get started. And I want you all to give me your honest point of view. Is it just that I just don't have a sense of humor, or did this go too far? Or do you think that this was race specific? Like, do you think that this happened to her because she's a Black woman? And because we are the butt of so many jokes. So let's take a look and see. All right. So this is the video here. Let me make it larger for us to see. Well, first, let me make sure that the sound is up. Thank goodness I checked because the sound is not up. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So let's go here. All right, and the person's description is, quick question, why is it that every time the skit ends up being low-key, high-key, unacceptable, that joke always involves or is centered on embarrassing Black women / Black people? All right, if you all are ready, I'm ready. Let me just make sure my screen is positioned right. Okay, perfect, let's go.
Man, listen, so yesterday, Dana, look, I told, look, you got the, oh, wow. Look at it. What's wrong?
A year. I feel like we've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we have.
You know, and
what are you saying?
I just take this goddamn wig off.
And look at the other people around. We'll watch this again. So you see, he gets down, he puts the chair back, he gets down on one knee, he's acting like he's getting ready to propose. He has his head, he's acting all nervous and all this other stuff. And she's like, what's wrong? And he's holding her hand, talking and all this other stuff.
I feel feel like we've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, we have.
you know, and
What are you saying?
I just what's gonna make sense. Please take this goddamn wig off.
And then now she has to run. And other people in the restaurant, I don't know if you could see their faces, but their faces are disgusted. The people are embarrassed for her. They're like this. They feel shamed. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I'm in a Zoom. This is not a long video, so it has to like play the whole thing. So I'll turn the volume off until we get to the next screen, right? Because I want us to be able to see when they get to the table. But I want to hear your thoughts on this, right? I'm going to read some of the cash apps. So he's over there pretending. So the whole restaurant thinks that he's getting down on one knee. Veronica sends $10 and says, "Thank you, my dear." Right? Ebony sends $1 and says, "Seems fake and rehearsed to me." Even worse if she's in on the joke. You know, I don't know. What about it seems fake to you? I'm curious. All right, so here he snatches it off, and then let me pause it because they're going to go to they're going to show the screen for the next table. And I just want you to see the people. All right. So just take a look at these people at the table. I'm going to make it larger so you can see. They're like, they're horrified and disgusted. Look. And so I just want your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? I personally, I just don't understand why just the degradation and humiliation of Black women is the punchline. I don't understand how that's the punchline. Snatching her wig off of her head. You know, she could have had bobby pins in there pinned to the hair underneath. There could have been any number of things happening. I mean, her hair didn't have to, you know, she didn't have to have the net on her head. And why is it? I remember we talked about Glozell in the last video. I just don't understand why it's the big joke for Black women to rip the hair off. Like, I don't understand. Like Glozell used to be like, it just modeled modern day minstrel, right? And just coonery, buffoonery, and just I can't understand why we are the ones doing this to ourselves. I'm curious. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm gonna read this Cash App over here. Desiree says, like you said, we are least protected. Some Black men are clowns. Hey. I'm curious as to how this is funny. Was there anybody out there who laughed? I'm curious. If you laughed, if you did not laugh, put up the number 1. If you laughed, put up the number 2. Let me see who was laughing out there at this. Put up the number 2 if you laughed at this. Sarah sends $2.08. Oh, I guess this was, let's see, how many pounds was that? It was, I guess, 2 pounds, maybe less. Yeah, but Sarah sends in pounds. He clearly has no respect for her dignity. I'm saying. Okay, so I'm looking. So I'm not seeing anybody who really found this funny. Who really found this funny? Okay, so Fifth Sickle found it funny. Other than that, nobody found this funny. Okay, so this is the person again giving their vote. You only need to vote once. Oh, goodness. Alicia says that she found it funny. Okay. All right. Listen. Just Jay says they just need to go and pull them other Sally Beauty Supply extensions out. Something. I don't know. I don't get it. I didn't think it was funny. I think it's, I didn't think it was funny. I didn't find anything appealing or funny about this. Shawnee sends $1 and says, he degrade and make her the butt end of a joke. Yeah, you getting on there acting like you're proposing and then you go to rip her wig off. I don't get it. Alyssa sends $3 and says, this black man snatching a black woman's wig thing is sickening. Is this happening in other places too? I was about to say, nobody better try to come up to me and snatch my wig, but I don't think anybody would think that. I don't think they would think that. But this is just unbelievable. Yvonne says $10. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Vonnie. We appreciate it. I didn't find anything funny about this whatsoever at all. He's the one who looks dumb, a clown performing for a circus. I mean, he snatched a woman. I don't understand how snatching anything off of a woman's body is a joke. Snatching anything off I use to adorn myself is disrespectful, whether it's my wig, eyelashes, jewelry, or whatever. Yeah. And Susan says, give him a wedgie, just as funny. Okay. Daz is saying, unfortunately, this is a common quote unquote prank. Really? Stacy is saying, I would not bother with him anymore. I fight for VU, Tanya. Oh, you're so sweet, Rob. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like pulling someone's pants down, no one's business. Yeah, it's like, you don't know what's going on underneath a person's wig when they have it on. I just don't think it's funny. I just didn't find anything about this funny. But I'm going to leave this video for you all to comment on. Baby Shaq says it's tacky, and whoever thinks it's funny is immature. Don't at me. Argue with your boy. Really? Now we got to start talking about people's mama. You were going good. Then you got to the end, and I don't know. It kind of fell apart. It fell apart. SM says, oh, it went by too fast. It speaks volumes of his upbringing, says Pink Peony. That's what I have back there, peonies. Pinky says another creator made a video on the topic of how she used to be insecure to wear weaves because she was scared it would get pulled off, as it's been done to so many Black women. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, honestly. Shamika says she could have had alopecia. Well, I mean, that's a person who's going to propose to her, so I'm sure he knows whether or not she has alopecia or not, but that just wasn't funny to me. It just wasn't funny. Stacey says, if this was his girlfriend, I feel like they did it together because I would hate to believe he did this on purpose. Yeah, well, listen. However, I just didn't think it was funny. I didn't find anything about it humorous. I didn't find anything about it appealing. And if she was in on it, I mean, we see how Black women love to make ourselves the butt of jokes and I don't know. This is someone saying, this is why I'm afraid to wear wigs. Kate King is saying, not funny at all. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on this. I'm going to check for the last Cash Apps, and then I'm going to jump out of here and give the self-love lesson. Lola sends $5 for support. Thank you, Lola. Thank you. Then we have Alyssa, who sends $3 and says, yes, it's a thing. See it all the time online. I did not know that was a thing. Are they doing this to women of other races, or is it just Black women that we just have to have our hair ripped off of our heads or our wigs ripped off? Just Tina sends $5 and says, I love your channel and energy. Stay blessed. Thank you, Tina. And Lachelle sends $10 and says, Black women already go through enough from Black men, and then with an angry face, she sends $10. Thank you, Lachelle. I appreciate that. You all who send the Cash Apps are literally the sponsors of my show, so I appreciate all of my sponsors and supporters, etc. So thank you. Kritisha sends $5 and says, unstructured men do things like this. I feel you on that, dear. I feel you. I feel you. Shawnee sends $1 and says, pull his pants down, show the world his tiny eggplant. Oh my Lord. Okay, listen. I bet you he won't be laughing then. Allegra sends $11.11 and says, I'm confused as to why she was laughing. I'm out. Peace, question mark. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that happened to me, I wouldn't be running behind him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be running behind. I would have my phone, just call me an Uber, just go where I need to go, call the locksmith and or the moving company or something, because it's done from that point forward. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else. Rob Payne sends $20. Hey, Rob, thank you. Thank you. And Free sends $25 and says for support. Thank you, Free. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And Rochelle sends $5, I guess, for support. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. I want to hear the rest of the comments below. I didn't think I know me personally, I couldn't continue on. And if you could continue in that relationship, put up the number 4. If you know that that's the end that very day, put up the number 3. If you know you're done, put up the number 3. If you could continue on in that relationship, put up the number 4. Because I would be done. Sulu, you said you sent $10. When? Oh, it just came through just now. I wonder if there's a little bit of a delay. I don't see the time on, wait, let me see the time on that message. So, okay. Asulu, yes, thank you. $10 in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. My after 10 o'clock Eastern, the ringer goes off, the sound, my phone stops making sounds because this is the time to wind down, get in bed and relax. But yeah, so I'm just, okay, so let me see. We have a bunch of 3s. Thompson is like, did I miss the video? Yes, I waited as long as I could in the very beginning, but you know, you got to get here on time. You got to turn on your notifications. I don't see any 4s of who would stay in this relationship. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I would be done. Honestly, I would be done. I would be done. I would just be like, I don't even know if I would say anything. I don't think I would put the wig back on. I don't think I would put it back on. I would leave it off and I would be there. I would just wait for my Uber and then go with no wig on or anything. I would just be like, you know what? I guess some people know who to do that with, but they wouldn't. Anyway, look, on that note, I'll see you all in the next video. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? What is the self-love lesson here? Boundaries. Set clear and distinct boundaries for your body. How you choose for your body to be treated, how you do not want your body to be treated, and what is the consequences if that boundary is crossed. That's the self-love lesson here. Because today is a wig snatch off. What is it tomorrow? What's going to happen after that? How do you up the ante from that? Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Come over to my website and get my book, The Book of Affirmation Self-Love, which is an affirmations book that helps you rewrite your subconscious programming and retunes you for self-love. I'll see you later. Peace. I just can't.